this is where the first scene of my book is set. The book starts with there's a redheaded girl panhandling on my corner, and lo and behold, this is where it was, sitting with her back up against that wall with her sign in front of her, and then sometimes, and as I said, you see the same kids over and over and over again. You kind of get to know their shtick. The first time you see them, it's like, you're so drawn to the narrative that she's put on her cardboard sign. I'm just a young girl, and then like 6 months later, you become a little bit more jaded and inured to it because you've seen her pretty much every day. You've seen her boyfriend. But this is where the book starts, right here on 16th and 5th.
Hi, this is Jason Boog from thepublishingspot.com. This is my journal. When I was living in Guatemala, I used to flip through this thing every night, scribbling in like one page about whatever had happened during the day. Now, I'm living in New York City, the best city on earth, and all I can manage is to write in my journal like 3 times a week. Don't follow my example. That's why I brought on Janice Erlbaum this week, so she could talk about the art of memoir writing and why you should keep a journal.
But there are a couple of scenes that are set right here when she and her roommate, Valentina, let's call her by her real name, when Sam and Valentina broke out of their halfway house, they said, meet us in Union Square, and I knew exactly where to come, and this is where they were with all of their belongings with them, and this is where we hashed out our plan. Remembering things wasn't the hard part. Forgetting them has been the hard part. Not thinking about them constantly has been more difficult. For me, it has been really, really important to keep a journal. When I was feeling blocked in my mid-20s and I first started keeping a journal, that's when things really started to come out, and I really started to get connected to both my own voice and the subject matter that I wanted to treat. If it turns out later that, I want to write about that time, it's so valuable to have all of it right there in your own handwriting, so you can't deny that it was you and that you wrote it and that's how you were feeling at the time. And sometimes it's surprising because you look back and you think like, oh, those halcyon days when everything was great, and everything wasn't great. But keeping a daily journal is the best possible thing that I do for myself as a writer and as a person who's struggling to stay sane.